I think we already have the craziest movie announcement of 2025 with the news that Ao Edeberry is in talks to star and write in a live-action Barney movie for A24 that Daniel Kaluuya will produce, but the entire story of this dates back 6 years and is absolutely wild. This all started with an announcement back in 2019 that a live-action Barney the Dinosaur film is in development with Mattel Films, and right away Daniel Kaluuya started coming out with some quotes that made people raise their eyebrows about the theme of this movie, because he came out and said, "Barney taught us, I love you, you love me, won't you say you love me too?" That's one of the first songs I remember, and what happens when that isn't true? So already people were like, what are we doing? Are we diving into like the psyche of Barney, of him not being loved back or something? Like, what is happening with this film? And then 2 years ago in 2023, he came out and said that the movie will be more adult and have adult themes and sort of be a little off kilter. And trust me, the quotes about this film just get wilder and funnier from here on out, but this is really the one that made people start going like, who on earth is this movie even for? People are like, there's no way this ever actually gets made. Some like more adult, deep psychological Barney film. Like, who's gonna watch this? Maybe the people that grew up with him, but even then, are they gonna care about this? In 2023, again, we got doubling down on the same news of saying that the movie is described as surrealistic and similar to the works of Charlie Kaufman and Spike Jonze. Again, insane comparisons for a Barney the Dinosaur live action film. The film is being sold as an A24 type that will be really a play for adults. I know film buffs get mad when people describe a movie as A24 like, because they're like, hey, it's just a production studio, it's not like a director with a style or anything, but I feel like people need to know they're talking about like these more darker, kind of surrealistic, kind of twisty movies that always have some darker ending to them. Like if you describe something as A24 like, I feel like people automatically think of something like Midsommar. That's like the benchmark example of an A24 movie in people's eyes. But the plot just kept thickening, because then a couple months after all these comments about the like weirder and darker Barney story we're going to be diving into, the CEO of Mattel must have heard this and he's like, no, the Barney movie is just going to be fun, entertaining, and culturally oriented. It will not be an odd movie, which is just such a funny thing to have to come out and say about a Barney film. But fast forward to just the other day, we now have official news that this film that started 6 years ago is now officially being made with Ao Edeberry and talks to star and write in the live action Barney movie. We don't know if this means she's going to be Barney herself or maybe the main human. I honestly can see her being Barney though. I feel like she could pull it off. But the funniest part of this all is that the movie actually has been acquired by A24 now. They've never made like a kids movie, so it's definitely going to be like this darker Barney film. I feel like there's going to be a whole bunch of parents that just see, oh, this is Barney, that's some cartoon I grew up with or that was popular when I was younger, I'm going to go and take my kids to see it, and they're going to get their kids absolutely scarred for life by like this horror Barney film. We are really just in the most insane timeline for the movies that are now getting announced and made. Like all the other Mattel movies off of toys are like weird, but weird because it's like, oh, how are you going to make a story around this toy? Taking a beloved character like Barney and giving a dark and twisted tale really takes some cojones, I'm not gonna lie. This was too insane not to talk about. Thank you so much for watching me just yap about this Barney movie. If you want to check out my video ranting about everything wrong with the current state of the Oscars, tap the video above my head right now.